3905. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends, what's going on? It is a Thursday, March 17th. Happy St. Paddy's Day to everybody who's tuning in, whether it's on ESPN 1090, it's on YouTube. By the way, as Alex mentioned in the first segment, a lot of people subscribing every day to our YouTube channel, so we're growing every single day, and we're able to see that data. So thank you for those of you that are hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you get involved in our YouTube chat. And for everybody that's going to catch us tonight on Channel 4 San Diego, part of the Cox Your View Network, you're probably sitting at home right now and you're watching, although we're going to have a lot of competition tonight. You know, with the NCAA basketball tournament on, we're going to have a real stiff competition to get people's eyeballs over to Channel 4 San Diego and the Cox Your View Network. But for those of you that are with us tonight at home, chilling, happy to have you guys all here. And of course, anybody on any of the audio podcast platforms, we're glad you guys are here as well whenever you happen to be listening or watching. So, hey, guys, look, I got to say that in the last 2 days, I've had more reaction from Padre fans than normal. I mean, I think it stands to reason, right? I mean, like the baseball season was in jeopardy. They were in the middle of this lockout. They got it all done. Players reported to spring training, and there's, hope around spring training for Padre fans. Why? Why are our fans hopeful? Because the Padres did one thing thus far, and that is get Mike Clevenger back. I mean, otherwise, I would ask everybody, what have the Padres done to make you think that they're going to be significantly better this year than they were last year when they have virtually the same roster? Now, you may say to me, well, they went out and they got a real manager. They didn't have this Jace Tingler nonsense. They weren't messing around with this little Andy Green guy. They brought in Bob Melvin. He's an experienced major league manager with real credentials. And when he walks into a clubhouse, people are like, this guy's for real. Okay. But now that we've had this Tatis injury, and I went on this whole tangent calling him a spoiled little jerk in the last couple of days, Padre fans were kind of pissed at me a little bit. Like, slow your roll, pal. And I'm like, no, grow up. Stop kissing the ass of some 23-year-old little kid like he's some idol. He's a baseball player. But point is, he's hurt. And that injury, that Tatis injury, no matter what Peter Seidler said yesterday, and I know we played the audio for you, and Peter's optimistic, and Peter believes that every pitcher is going to strike out the hitter, and every hitter is going to hit a home run as long as they're wearing a Padre uniform. And he said, if we're going to fall off a cliff, we might as well make it dramatic, which is what the Padres did a year ago. But if you're a Padre fan and you believe that the Padres, this is their year, and not only are they going to make it to the World Series, but they're going to get over on the Dodgers, then the Dodgers yesterday go out and sign Freddie Freeman, who's from Orange County, whom most people think that the Braves really kind of screwed over by not even making him a legitimate offer. And then here come the Dodgers with this new deal for Freddie Freeman, 6-year contract. The numbers, Alex, do you have the numbers on the total dollars for Freddie Freeman?
Yeah, I think it's 162.
Yeah. So I have to do the math on the air. 6 into 162 is 24 million a year. Is that right? You guys think I'm right? Anybody got a calculator?
I do. I don't know if you're right.
No, but you just said I'm right.
27.
27. I wasn't too far off. 27. All right.
It doesn't matter. They got Freddie Freeman. Who cares what they're paying the guy?
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. Like, if the Dodgers are an endless bucket of money. So if they're paying them $40 million, they got 40 more. They're the one team. They're one of the teams that it doesn't matter what the CBT is. It doesn't matter. Like, they're going to go over it, and they're going to pay their players because that's what they do.
I saw today there was
the new Yankees. Remember the Yankees used to do this all the time? All the time. Any free agent that came about, people were like, oh, they might go to the Yankees. You're like, how? The Yankees got this guy. Oh, they got signed with the Yankees for $200 million. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
and somehow,
like, 6-year deal is a long deal too.
Something that they're baseball players, but Cody Bellinger was their first baseman. He's no longer their first baseman. Max Muncy was their first baseman. He's no longer their first baseman, but they're still on the team. And there's no talk about overcrowding because these guys just get plug and play because they got real, like, versatile ball players. Trey Turner's a shortstop. He played second last year. Now he's going to be their shortstop. Justin Turner, he'll play anywhere. Like, these guys, it's not just that they have a team that is stacked by names. you have guys that are really freaking good, like
Mm-hmm.
really good, and they're versatile. They could play multiple positions. And let's not forget, the NL has a DH now. So when you ask what the Padres do to get better, I would say they now have a handicap because they don't have anybody to fill in the DH role that's worth anything.
Yeah.
I was looking at this. The Dodgers sent out an Instagram post, okay? And they said the Dodgers are an all star team. Laugh out loud. Mookie Betts would lead off this team, a 5-time All Star and a 1-time MVP. Freddie Freeman would hit second, and he's a 5-time All Star and an MVP. Trey Turner is an All Star caliber player. Max Muncy, who, like you said, Alex, moves from first base probably, to second base.
Second,
And
yeah.
Max Muncy's a 2-time All Star. Then you got Will Smith, who they called him a future All Star. Cody Bellinger's a 2-time All Star and an MVP. Justin Turner's a 2-time All Star. AJ Pollock is an All Star, and Chris Taylor has been an All Star as well. So when you look at this Dodger lineup and what they just added with Freddie Freeman, knowing that his bat would take the place of a guy like Corey Seager who left. To your point, they just plug him and play him. And if Muncy was at first, but they got Freeman, then they say to Muncy, who's coming off of an injury, "Hey, you move over to second." He says, "No problem." And look, I mean, you
And
mentioned
Scott, it's not
Bellinger.
just All-Star.
Yeah.
All-Star is a fan vote most of the time.
Yeah.
They have 3 MVPs on their roster. Like, I mean, on their lineup. Like, that is like, remember we were freaking out that they had 2 MVPs and then Bellinger regressed and we kind of like didn't really talk about it, but now they have 3 MVPs and Freddie Freeman just came off a World Series title. Yeah, they were already a stacked team and now you add an MVP, an all World Series winner. It's almost not
The,
fair.
the thing that the thing that bothers me as a observer and a rooter of the Padres is I get not signing him, but if you look around the division now, the Rockies signed Chris Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
So not only are you not I'm not saying that you can match them player for player because you don't have the financial payroll to do that, but where are the moves? Like, where are the moves? At the end of the year, at the All-Star break, you got criticized for letting Scherzer get swept from under you at the last second by the Dodgers. You flamed out at the end of the year because you didn't figure out a way to rebound from that. And now here we are again, and this feels more like Groundhog Day, that you guys aren't signing anyone of importance. They put on their Instagram that they signed a relief pitcher whose name I can't even remember, so that must have been a huge signing.
Nick
Take a look.
Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to compete the way that they talk about competing, when Tatis goes down, you now should find someone to at least get the news cycle going positively back in your direction of someone who can contribute. Now, these contracts aren't even massive contracts. They're long as hell, but they're not like numbers where you go 300 million, 350. Oh, God. Like, these aren't these numbers. Like, they could have signed Freddie Freeman if they didn't have Eric Hosmer on the roster.
Well, that's my point, is they're stuck. They're currently stuck. Like, I don't care what Peter Seidler comes out and says. They're not going to go out and add $162 million when they still have Eric Hosmer and Will Myers. They're just not.
And
they're not going to drop that much money.
Well, but here's why. Because if they signed Freddie Freeman and they had Hosmer and Myers, and the goal was, well, hey, we signed Freeman because that's going to be our guy, and we'll get rid of Myers and or Hosmer. But anybody in baseball would look at that and go, well, you've already signed Freeman. Now you're trying to pawn off Hosmer and his big contract that he's not worth. You guys are stuck. So there was no way the Padres could sign Freddie Freeman in so long or in so much as on the roster you still had Hosmer. Had they traded Hosmer immediately, if they could find anybody who would take him, which obviously they can't, then if he wasn't there, then they could go sign Freeman. And you're right, Browner. I mean, a 6-year, $162 million contract is not like a shocking
Right.
13-year, $340 million contract
Right.
or a
It's not
10-year, $300 million contract like Manny Machado got.
right.
6 years for 162. I hate to say this, but it's kind of sounded like a baseball bargain in some ways.
That's very that when I saw the number, when I saw they signed him, I went, "Oh man, how much was that?" And I saw the number, I went, "That's it?"
Yeah.
And I saw
Let's
the
talk
Chris
about
Bryant number, I was like, "That's it?"
Well, yeah,
the
but Chris
Rockies. The
Bryant,
Rockies are a mess. I don't know what that Chris Bryant did, and no disrespect to Manny
He
Machado,
got that money.
he took the money.
Took the money.
He
Yeah.
took the money. Chris Bryant chased the bag, and that was exactly where I was leading to. Manny, the only reason that we got the star via free agency, because
The
every
first one.
other name player here was
Mhm.
acquired via trade.
Mhm.
Why did we get Eric Hosmer? We're the only ones that gave him that much money. Why did we get Manny Machado? We're the only ones that gave him that much money. That's it. That is it. The Padres are not a destination yet. We can talk about expectations
Yes,
and what we
that's
think we
correct.
are. They
Yeah.
are not the Dodgers. They are not the Red Sox. They are not the Yankees. They are not going out and getting these massive player guys on $168 million if another team's going to give them $168 million.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, like if you're Freddie Freeman, and well, I mean, use Max Scherzer really as a more real life example because this actually happened. If you're Max Scherzer and you're looking at the Padres or the Dodgers and you have your choice of the two, and in Scherzer's case, he was going to get traded, so he was already going to get it paid no matter what. If you had your choice between the Dodgers and the Padres and you're Scherzer and you had to decide who do I think gives me a better chance to win a World Series, the answer was the Dodgers. At least that's the way
Right.
Scherzer saw it, and he was right. Now, the same
Just
goes
in
for
the
Freddie
division.
Freeman. Right. Same goes for Freddie Freeman. If Freddie Freeman, if the Dodgers offered him the 6-year, 100 and what was it, 6 years, 100 and something million?
162.
Okay. So if they offered him $27 million a year, the Dodgers, and if the Padres didn't have Hosmer and they offered him the exact same contract, and your choice is money for money, it's the same deal. San Diego's a great place to live. LA, I know San Diegans don't think so, but it has its positives as well. And it has a lot of drawbacks too. But all I'm saying is that apples for apples, Padres versus Dodgers, if you're a player that values winning more than anything else, and if you're Freddie Freeman, you've already won a lot and you're making a ton of money, it's pretty much a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and you're talking about a division that has the Dodgers and the Giants. You're not talking about a division that doesn't have historical winners here. And I know the Dodgers, the only ring they got is the 60 game, but still, you look at this division, the Dodgers have won the division up until last year, like what, 7, 8 years in a row.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's like, yeah, it doesn't surprise me that the Padres are swinging and missing on free agents. What surprises me is that they are unable to move the pieces. That's really what surprises me.
Because you can trade any contract. Any contract. We've seen it in sports. We look, oh man, that might be untradeable in 2 years. 2 years later, they traded it. Like the Chris Bryant will not end his career in Colorado. He just won't. Like in a couple years, someone will look around and go, that number is doable. We'll trade for him. So
You're probably right.
I don't look at what they're doing as something that I don't look around the division and go, man, those are things that we couldn't have done. I'm looking around the division. I'm going, we could have done that.
Yeah.
I've been in this guy's corner. I've been in Preller's corner for a while. He looks incapable at this point.
Well, like they didn't even land Jock Peterson. Like that was one guy that not it wasn't like a big splashy name, but it's a guy that could DH for you and get you 30 home runs. And the Giants got him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it's what's happened is the Dodgers have been strengthened. The Giants have been strengthened, even though you lose a Chris Bryant, you add a Jock Peterson, just as an example. You lose a Corey Seager, you add a Freddie Freeman. The Padres, you lose at least for probably half the season. You lose a Fernando Tatis. But listen, I don't mean to rain on the parade before the parade even gets rolling. All I'm saying is this: is that for all the optimism that there is around the Padres, and again, I go back to yesterday. We had this soundbite from Peter Seidler. And Alex, I don't know if you can dig it up from yesterday, but he pretty much was saying, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm telling you, I'm pretty close. I watch every game on television. This is Seidler. I watch every game on TV or I'm at every game. I'm a complete optimist. I believe all of our pitchers are going to strike out the other hitters. I believe all of our hitters are going to hit home runs every time they're up at the plate. And what Seidler finished with was, and last year we fell off a massive cliff. If you're going to fall off, you might as well make it dramatic. We did that. He said, this was the most important part. What happened last year was probably like a once in a generation or once in 100 year.
Once in a century.
Right. Yeah. It's a once in a century kind of collapse. Maybe it is. Maybe the Padres will be more consistent this year and they'll play 500 baseball from beginning to end. But I got news for you. 500 baseball ain't getting you anywhere near the playoffs, not in this division.
Not even close. This is the AFC West of baseball.
Yeah.
Like everybody's good. And we didn't even see the Giants being good last year.
Right.
And they completely ran off with the division and didn't look back.
Yeah.
So what's to say Colorado can't do that this year?
Well, I mean, look, your whole point about could the Padres have given Chris Bryant a 7-year, $182 million contract at $26 million a year? Sure, they could have. Could they have given Freddie Freeman a $27 million a year contract for the next 6 years? Of course they could. They can pay those contracts. They're paying Machado $30 million a year. Tatis's contract eventually becomes 30 some odd million dollars.
Something around that number.
Yeah. And then if you were to look at Hosmer's deal and you were to look at Will Myers' deal, I mean, they've got real legit dollars now. I'd have to really look at the contracts to remind you of what the annual salary is, but let's just call it 18 million to
It's like
20
20.
million. Yeah. So the point is that they could afford these players, but you can't afford to go get them if you've already got these other guys eating up money and eating up positions. But imagine a Chris Bryant on this team to play first base, could potentially play third base, could move Machado around a little bit. I mean, there's so much versatility if you had a guy like Freddie Freeman or really, I think more like Chris Bryant. But
yeah,
I mean,
Chris Bryant can play he can play left and right field. He can play first base. He can play third base. That, to me, and I was saying this yesterday, to me, he was the more gettable piece, and he would have been the more business savvy piece to have added to this roster, as opposed to Freddie Freeman. I got nothing against Freddie Freeman; he's a great baseball player, but
the
Chris
USB
Bryant would have, Chris Bryant would have been a two-sided coin for the Padres. You can put him out in the community, and you can put him almost anywhere in the field. What they tried to do with Will Myers, but he just wasn't successful.
Yeah.
So
I think Will Myers got 2 years, and Eric Hosmer's got 4 years left. And then, I mean, dude, going back to the once in the century collapse, let's try and be optimistic, not optimistic, but let's think about it for a second. Like Browner thought about it last year. There were 59-42 July 23rd. There were 17 games above 500. 17 games above 500 post All-Star break. And they finished 4 games below 500. And there's a lot of factors that went into that. But this team was 17 games above 500 at the end of July.
Yep. Right. This team hasn't done a whole lot.
It's literally
to get better.
This team.
Right. This same team. Like, so they didn't do anything to go out and get themselves significantly better other than say, well, we got Mike Clevenger back and we hope that he's healthy. And that's what they've done.
The pitching portion of this will play a huge role in how this year goes, because their pitching was just decimated last year. And excuse me. So if you get your front 4 guys rolling and healthy up to the All-Star break, I think they will be competitive. I'm not like, oh, the season's over. No. I'm just disappointed with what was out there and then the lack of ability to turn that into something for us.
But throw on top of it. This is why I was so upset about the Fernando Tatis thing. And I was so irritated by the way he handled it all, because he almost blew it off like with this nonchalant attitude, like, oh, well, I got hurt. What can I tell you? And then Peter Seidler yesterday was like, yeah, this is part of sports. It's not. And the fact that the Dodgers just went out and got a player like Freddie Freeman, and the Padres are relying on their number one guy who's now going to be out for minimum 3 months. I mean, it's very frustrating as a Padre fan to watch the other teams in the division make moves, big moves, and the Padres just cannot get rid of 2 contracts that they don't want anymore, and everybody knows it. So,
I mean, dude, the Padres,
Miami's got to spend a certain amount of money. Just give them to Miami.
Dude, nobody has to spend any kind of money.
They got rid of the floor?
What floor? Am I
what
wrong
floor are
here?
you talking about?
There's no floor in baseball. Pirates, I think there's Mike Trout makes more money than the whole Pirates.
I thought baseball had a floor. I thought they had a split. Oh wow. Okay.
I don't
they
think
never
so,
mind.
unless it was part of the new deal that I missed.
We strapped with them boys then.
Well, listen, that's what they said last year about the Rams. They said the Rams are tied to Jared Goff. There's no way to get out of this mess. They found a way. So
Right.
if you're AJ Preller, you have to find a way
Mm-hmm.
to give up Myers and Hosmer and start with Hosmer first and foremost. You got to find a way to just move them.
Pay half the contract.
Yeah, they're gonna have to eat. They're gonna have to eat money to get rid of him.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever it
Yes.
takes.
Get him out of the locker room. I can't stress that part enough. Get him out of the locker room.
Right. Think about what Chris Bryant or what Freddie Freeman might have meant to this clubhouse, and you're stuck with this team the way it is right now.
And the thing too, there is 2 guys on this team that they're trying to get rid of. 2. One guy is acting like a little baby, and one guy is a pro that is just going out and playing ball and saying the right things, and that's Will Myers.
Yep.
Will Myers has been on the trading block for like 4 freaking years. Like the year after he signed the deal, he's been trying to get traded ever since. And this guy is this goofball, just puts his hat on stupid and goes out there and hits 200 and let's go.
All right. Hey, listen, we'll keep things rolling. Want to remind everybody about 7 Mile Casino and 7milecasino.com. That's our studio name, the 7 Mile Casino Studios. If you're thinking about playing blackjack or poker, if you want to have great food at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar, and you want a beautiful view of the Bay of Chula Vista, only 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego, and probably most importantly, a completely smoke-free environment, come on down and join us at 7 Mile Casino, 7milecasino.com. All right, lots more to get to, including coming up next, the field of 16 or the brackets of 16 of Brown Facts. We'll get to it coming right back here on Kaplan and Crew.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
1090 just got bigger and better. Please join us in welcoming SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate, the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. NFL, MLB, NBA, live games, the best sports talk programming with the largest signal in all of California. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball-handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby Wrap-Up and Major League Rugby, Thursday nights at 9 p.m. on Your View, starting March 17th.
Victor Howell here, host for the NCAA Tournament Special Dance to the Dome. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local teams all the way to the Final Four at the Dome. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and more as we dance to the Dome on Your View.
Brought to you by Kearney Mesa Chevrolet. We're San Diego proud. Minutes from anywhere on Balboa Avenue.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living, Mondays at 9 on Your View.
So I became a dentist because I just love science and I love art. I have a music background, so I wanted to do something that I can use the hand dexterity that I've developed, through my musical training. We've had a practice in San Diego for 25 years. It's called the Super Dentist. For over 2 decades, I've had parents ask me the same questions on a daily basis. And so I decided to put all of this information in one place. I wrote a book. Title of it is If Your Mouth Could Talk. Because if your mouth could talk, it would tell you about the condition of your entire life. Right now, the oral care marketplace is a mess. And so we decided to launch a new company called Supermouth, which is a subscription model of oral care. And so we want to be proactively educating parents, providing the tools and the oral care products to make sure they can raise healthier, happier, more successful kids. The education piece is a key piece in our company, because if you're educated as a parent, you're going to do the right things. People can find my book, If Your Mouth Could Talk, themouthbook.com, and purchase the book there, and also get some special gifts to go along with the book.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval to buy a new home, meet with the realtor, we would help you facilitate that and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and I had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're gonna do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. only on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com.
Rugby. It's America's fastest growing sport and the predecessor of American football, combining football's physicality, the free-flowing grace of soccer, the ball handling skills of basketball, and the intensity of ice hockey. No pads, no helmets, all action. Rugby wrap-up and Major League Rugby, Thursday nights at 9 p.m. on YourView, starting March 17th.
Welcome to the 2022 San Diego Loyal season, live on YourView. Watch the San Diego Loyal host the Sacramento Republic FC, March 19th at 7 p.m. Come join us at the Torero Stadium and support the San Diego Loyal as they make their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Come join the fun. Tickets are available. San Diego Loyal versus the Sacramento Republic FC, Saturday at 7 on YourView.
Victor Howell here, host for the NCAA Tournament Special Dance to the Dome. Each week during the tournament, we'll assemble a panel of regional experts that follow your local teams all the way to the Final Four at the Dome. Highlights, predictions, interviews, and more as we dance to the Dome on YourView.
Brought to you by Kearney Mesa Chevrolet. We're San Diego proud. Minutes from anywhere on Balboa Avenue. Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
San Diego State baseball has gotten off to a tough start this season. The Aztecs lost their midweek matchup with Iowa 6-4 on Tuesday. SDSU started to mount the comeback behind a strong performance from the bullpen, but ultimately couldn't avoid their fourth straight loss. The Aztecs had 6 relievers come in over 8 innings after a rocky first inning saw the Hawkeyes score 6 unanswered runs. The bullpen held Iowa scoreless, combining for 11 strikeouts and allowing 5 hits, 3 walks. Tyler Glowacki had a strong performance for the Aztecs at the plate, going 3 for 5 with 3 RBI. SDSU is now 4-12 on the year, 0-3 in conference play. They'll be looking to flip the script this weekend when they take on San Jose State in a 3-game set. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Vondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
I'm tax attorney Adam Brewer. If you have a serious tax problem with the IRS or state of California, then you don't need a tax relief company, you need a tax attorney. Call or visit my website to schedule your free tax evaluation.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends. We welcome you back inside the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. This is Kaplan and Crew, along with Grande and the Brown Man on a Thursday afternoon. Today is March 17th. Happy St. Patty's Day to everybody out there who's celebrating. You know, guys, back in the old days, back when 1090 was owned by John Lynch Sr., this is the general manager of the 49ers' dad. I think everybody probably knows that. So he was real hardcore when it came to St. Patty's Day.
Is he Irish?
Is he Irish? Does the Pope crap in the woods?
I don't know.
I mean, isn't that how the phrase goes?
Why would the Pope be pooping
No,
in
maybe
the
it's
woods?
does a
He's the Pope.
what is how
Bear.
does a bear crap in the
Does
woods?
the bear poop in the woods? Yeah.
Is the Pope Catholic? Yeah.
Does the Pope?
Yeah, you go.
Damn, Pope, you nasty.
I was like, ooh.
Did I combine two cliches into one? Right.
I've never.
The Pope took a turn.
If the Pope is turning out in the woods, oof.
Wait a second. So the phrase
Yikes.
is
Catholicism's in trouble.
does a bear crap in the woods?
There you go.
Okay. And is
Not
the
the Pope.
Is the Pope Catholic?
Yes.
Right.
There
Okay.
we
So
go.
I combined two into one. My
There
B.
we go.
My B. My bad.
That's all
My
good.
bad.
We
That's a good
straightened
one.
it out.
My bad.
We straightened it out.
I'm gonna use that
I have a new
forever.
one.
Yeah. So here's the thing. So yeah, in the old days, John Lynch Sr.
Like when it's an obvious no. Does the Pope poop in the woods? No.
No, he doesn't.
Well, there
No.
you go.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I was trying to get at. Right. So in the old days, I'm telling you, man, John Lynch, every year for St. Patrick's Day, he would bring in like these bands or these groups or singing groups. He'd import people from Ireland that were here doing tours. I mean, it was just a big party and drink fest all day. Like it really was like Christmas Day, you know, St. Patrick's Day, when you're around Irish people and they own the company and they're hardcore and they're wearing their green, you know. And I'm telling you, back in those old days, I can't remember the name of the group, but remember, Alex? Oh, gosh, I should have tried to find this today. Hushinga, 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 Hushinga. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Browner's like, what?
Some Irish like a cappella group or something.
Yeah, these guys came into the studio and they sang for us, and John was in all of his glory, and me and Billy Ray were sitting there like, what are we doing here? What's going on? But we all just accepted it because we all loved Big John. So shout out Big John and shout out St. Patty's Day. Okay, fellas, today is the start of the NCAA basketball tournament, long underway from early this morning and well into tonight. And San Diego State will tip off in about 20 to 30 minutes from where we are right now against Creighton. So want to take a little turn here. Want to make a left turn, as Dick Enberg used to say all the time. Want to make a left turn here. Rather than talk about the NCAA basketball tournament, and given that we just got done talking about the Padres, the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman on the move to the Dodgers, Chris Bryant on the move to the Colorado Rockies, let's get into something that's very homegrown here. Let's get into the Browner Sweet 16. Look at this face. Look at this face on this kid. Look how happy he is. Look at him. Look at the face. He loves it. His kid loves it.
That's funny.
All right, Alex, for everybody that's watching on television tonight on Channel 4 San Diego and the Cox Review Network, for everybody that's listening on ESPN 1090, for everybody that's watching on YouTube, you guys probably already know you're in on the goof. But anybody who may be new to the show, radio, TV, whatever, can you explain what we're about to do?
You want me to do it?
I want you to explain it, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you could even put up, I don't know if you can do this or not. Maybe you could put up on the screen just how extensive the research has been.
Yeah, I can't right now.
No?
No, but I just don't have it. The gentleman watching, if you're watching on the top left here, says things that are, I would say, I don't know, exaggerated, not true, way out of left field, just completely made up. You know, and what I mean by that is the majority of people listening to the show would say that. I would say there are a handful of people that might agree. How about that? Browner.
Mhm.
Is that fair to you?
That's fair. Now that's fair.
Okay.
I'm not going to argue against that.
Majority of people would disagree with a lot of the things that Browner says about sports, life, politics, just general things.
Example, like last year at this time, an example of that would be a year ago at this time, Browner was saying Khalil Mack is far and away a better defensive football player than Aaron Donald. Or he would say something like Carson Wentz is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Or he would say things like OJ is innocent. I mean, whatever it was, he would have all these Brown facts. And then Joe Rigby, longtime great friend, said, I'm going to put a whole list of them together. And then last year at this time, we started the Sweet 16 of Brown facts. And what happens is everybody who's watching and listening has an opportunity to participate, because when it's done, when the voting is done, whatever we all decide is the most outrageous Brown fact and the one that we want him to give up on, we all vote. And then at the end of the NCAA tournament, whichever one we've all decided upon, that's the one that Browner no longer can use on the show. So, for example, last year, I think it really came down to OJ is innocent versus Khalil Mack is better than Aaron Donald. And me and Alex were campaigning. We didn't want to give up the Khalil Mack thing. And thank goodness we didn't, because now that Khalil Mack is with Browner's favorite LA football team, even though it left his favorite Chicago football team.
No, it's his favorite team now.
Yeah, right. So now, thank goodness.
Bitty Deuce in the building.
Thank goodness Khalil Mack is with the Chargers, and we didn't give up, this last year. But the voters voted that he has to give up OJ is innocent, and he's never said it again on the air.
I'm a man of my word.
I'm not allowed to say it.
Right. So everybody's got a chance to vote. Everybody can vote. Everybody can participate, and we'll narrow it down from 16 to 8 to 4 to 2 to the champion.
That's the way it's going to go.
Okay. Everybody here can vote. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to take us from today, the tip-off of the NCAA basketball tournament, until I want to say the date of the last game is like April 4th-ish. I think somewhere in that neighborhood. April 4th sounds about right to me.
I have sent this to Joe Rigby, and he did say that he said it was good. Like my biggest concern was that I missed a big one, and I may have missed it. We may have, but he says it looks really good. He says it does look like the 1 seed should probably run away with it, though.
Oh, really? So the favorite, this is going to be a very chalky Brown fact.
It could be. It could be. It's been such a hot topic on the show this year that that could be. So shall I reveal the bracket?
Okay. Before you reveal the bracket, I just would like to have 1 minute to ask Browner this question. Browner, I saw yesterday on social media people saying that they may have spotted you riding your new e-bike around North Park. So were you out there yesterday doing your thing?
I was rolling and strolling, man, sliding and gliding.
Yeah.
You feel me? Pedaling and meddling.
Okay, I want to welcome to the show, and I appreciate everybody checking these guys out. Ride1up.com. Ride1, the number 1, up.com. Now, there's a different website that I'd love for you to use, and that is ride1up.co/great friends. Ride1up.co/great friends. That's our personal landing page. So that's going to tell the folks from Ride One Up and their CEO, Daniel Urbino, longtime great friend, now an advertising partner together. That's going to tell him how much traffic we're driving his way. Ride1up.co/great friends. Now, when you buy one of these e-bikes from Ride One Up, you put in great friends at checkout, you'll save an additional $50. Now, you're going to see the prices of these bikes and you go, hey, $1,695 or $1,595 or $1,895. Here's what I would say to you. Do a comparison for yourself. Check out the battery, check out the top speeds, demo one of these bikes, and then put it up against anything else you might be riding. Just to give you an example, Daniel sent me an email. He said, Scott, the Beach Cruiser style e-bike that you bought, that I bought 2 years ago, I paid $32.99 for that bike. That's the retail. It does have some upgraded components, but most people don't need that. The bike that is similar to the bike that I originally bought 2 years ago, that I'm now getting rid of because I'm going to be using a Ride One e-bike myself, Ride One Up. The bike that I rode this weekend that I tested from Ride One Up, 10 pounds less in weight, makes a huge difference for me going up hills. I showed you video from this past weekend where I was flying by my girlfriend because the bike is lighter. So I'm able to go not just 30 miles an hour, but I'm able to pass my girlfriend. Here's video of this. I'm riding on the coast. This is from Encinitas heading south on Highway 101. And I'm on that Ride One Up e-bike right there. And there I go. I just take off. I'm flying, pedal assist. That bike right there, $15.95. Plus you take the $50 off. You got it down to $15.45. I paid $3,300 for almost the exact same bike. Stupid me. rideoneup.co/great friends. Put in great friends at checkout. You'll save an additional $50. The bike gets shipped to you. If you have mechanical skills, you can put it together very easily. It's just a few pieces. If not, they can send a mechanic your way and take care of it. I'm just telling you right now, there are so many incredible values for e-bikes at rideoneup.com. Rideoneup.com. I told Daniel Urbino, bro, we're going to sell a ton of e-bikes because gas prices are out of control. These are great for not just exercise, but they're also great for transportation. And they're a ton of fun. You're going to have so much fun riding an e-bike. Rideoneup.com. Rideoneup.com. All right, Alex, you ready to unveil the brackets?
Here's what I'm going to do so we don't spoil the whole bracket right at once. I'm just going to I'm going to unveil the seeds.
Okay.
Maybe a la the way they do it on Sundays. So
okay,
here is
Sunday, selection Thursday.
Here, and then I'll put them on the screen right after. Here is your number 16 seed.
Okay.
I'm going to go from the bottom up.
Okay.
Your number 16 seed. Browner said, waffles are better than pancakes. That's your number 16 seed this year. It's weak.
Okay. Yeah, it's not so great.
Not so good.
That's everybody knows that.
These are highlighted. These are things that are to me hilarious, like I said. Number 15. There's no such thing as coconut water.
Fact. That's also a fact.
There's no such thing as coconut water.
There's no such thing as coconut water. So it kind of starts off a little, food-wise, life-wise. Number 14, guacamole sucks.
Ooh, Browner.
True.
Guacamole sucks,
Right.
bro.
That's something. The number
True.
13, and then we're starting to get good now. It's okay for adult men to bring a baseball glove to a game.
That was
I'm gonna get a lot of people on my side with that. That ain't know how to take it out.
That one may not go too far.
Number 12, the 12-5 upset. This one could be up there. Number 12, Devin Hester is a Hall of Famer.
Only John Clayton disagrees with that. We know he don't know nothing about no quarterback trades.
Well, no, actually, everybody agreed with it because he didn't get in.
Right.
Everybody's overrated.
Number 11, and this is a brand new one. Russell Wilson is the fourth best quarterback in the AFC West.
Facts.
Oh, that's a good one.
Number 10,
that's a good one.
Penile and penal are the same thing.
I remember that one. These are ones we don't want him to give up. We don't want him to give these up.
But these are the top ones, man. These are the top ones. Number 9,
that was a good
Ben Roethlisberger is the most overrated quarterback in the history of the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Number 8,
sticking with that one.
Curve is a great cologne.
How'd that even make the list?
Come on, bro. You get that at CVS, man. Number 7. So this is like a modified Aaron Donald take. He literally said this, and Rigby wrote the quote down, so I saw it in context. Aaron Donald doesn't make any plays.
Oh, that's great. That's a great one. Aaron Donald doesn't make any plays. Nah, he doesn't. You're right. But he stood there shirtless, carrying the Super Bowl trophy, and he's on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
He did clinch the Super Bowl with a play, but don't mind me.
He didn't really make any plays.
Yeah, number 6, ranch dressing sucks. There we go. Number 5, Ryan Weathers is the Padres' best pitcher. So on that one, a little side note on that one.
Yeah.
He did eventually give up in September, but the fact is he fought a whole season for that thing.
I did. I fought a lot.
This one did not age well whatsoever, but it was a prediction and it was a hot take in the moment, but it did not age well.
Which one?
The Rams will finish last in the NFC West. Oh, man. Here we go. These are the big ones. Number 3, Ohtani is overrated. Oh, phony.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down on that hill.
I'm voting for that one. I want him to give that one up because I know he loves that one. So
that hill,
now
baby.
that's one of those where I'm like, I want him to give up that phrase on the show because it's disrespectful to the guy's work.
Need that.
The guy's the only guy in baseball that does pitches and hits for power, and I know Browner loves that. So the fact that Browner loves to call Ohtani Ophony,
Yeah.
says that he's so overrated. I know Browner loves that, which is why I want him to give it up. I'm voting for that one. All right, let's see what
All
number
right,
two.
number 2. So another modification of last year. He said Carson Wentz is a top 5 quarterback. This year, doubled down, said I would take Carson Wentz over Joe Burrow.
Oh. No, I want him to keep having that opinion. I want him to keep sharing his brilliance of
Yeah,
quarterback
that'll
play.
survive. That'll survive. That might get upset.
All right, here's the number 1 seed, which I'm already committed to the number 3 seed, the Ohtani versus Ophony. This one better blow my mind, or I am going to be
We
politicking.
argued
Yeah.
about this for so damn long that the moment I say it, we will probably start arguing about it again.
Okay.
Cooper Kupp is a system wide receiver.
Oh man. Oh man.
That is, listen, that's the number 1 take of the year because that's a solid fact.
Yeah.
It's very arguable. There are people who believe like I believe. There are people who believe like y'all believe.
So here you go. Here is your hashtag Brown Facts hot takes bracket. I know you two can't see it on the screen, but you got the top. Cooper Kupp is a system wide receiver versus waffles are better than pancakes. You have the 8 versus 9. Curve is a great cologne versus Big Ben is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL history. You have the 4 seed Rams will finish last in the NFC West versus the 13. It's okay for adult men to bring glove to a game. The 5 seed Ryan Weathers is the Padres' best pitcher versus number 12. Devin Hester is a Hall of Famer. Number 2, Carson Wentz is I would take Carson Wentz over Joe Burrow versus no such thing as coconut water. Number 7, I don't even know how you even say that. Number 7, Aaron Donald doesn't make any plays versus penile and penal are the same thing.
That's an upset.
Number
That's
3,
gonna be an upset.
Ohtani is overrated. Hashtag Ophony versus Guac sucks. And number 6, ranch dressing sucks versus number 11, Russell Wilson is the 4th best quarterback in the AFC West.
All right, there you go. Hashtag Brown Facts hot
It's a good
takes.
field, man. It's gonna be a good
It is a
field.
solid field. Now, Alex, here's
Yeah.
the thing. This is the key for everybody.
Yeah.
So this is not me and Alex and Browner and Joe Rigby deciding what phrase Browner must give up between the end of the voting and, this time next year. He's got to give it up forever.
Right.
For me, my opinion is this. I would love for Browner to have to give up number 3, Ohtani Ophony.
Yeah.
And mostly the reason I want him to give that up is because I know how much he really thinks that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want him to not spread that disrespect.
Okay.
Put some respect on Ohtani's name. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
But I also know that Browner doesn't want to give that up. So because I know he doesn't want to give it up, that's the one I most want to vote for. I'm inclined to want him to have to give up Cooper Kupp as a system wide receiver. But you see, I like him saying that. And I want him to continue to say that because I like when he's so utterly wrong that we can continue to perpetuate really bad opinions. So for me, I'm going to politic right now and say this. My champion is, and the one that I want him to give up is Ohtani Ophony, the 3 seed, because I think it's rude, it's disrespectful, it's inaccurate, and I know he loves it.
Racist.
Yeah.
How many wins? How many playoff wins he got? How many playoff appearances he got? I'll do you one better. How many playoff appearances he got?
Well, he's been in Major League Baseball for 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's 0
so
for
that's
2.
Tatis.
Yeah, he's 0 for 2.
Mm-hmm. How many playoff appearances Tatis got?
1.
Mm-hmm. And
so if we're talking about people who production, we're talking about production. We're talking about people winning. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. All right. So Alex, let's show everybody now because this is an important point. So how do you vote? How do you contribute? How do you have your voice heard on all of this?
And without Odell, oof, Cooper.
Yeah. What are you drinking? Sunny D? Anyways, you
What-
go to
what are you
sided.co.
Okay.
You go to sided.co and go to Kaplan and Crew and all of the debates, the takes, whatever you want to call it, the bracket. They are all here for you. Already got early votes here on some. So
Okay. So here's what you do. If you go to sided.co, the website, that's fine. Or if you just download the Sided mobile app for Apple or Google, if you look up at the top where it says search for a topic or user, just put in Kaplan and Crew. If you're not already following the show, put in Kaplan and Crew. Make sure you follow the show. We'll follow you back. And here it is. Go back up. I want to see the 3 versus the 14. Okay, here it is. Ohtani is overrated, Ophony versus Guac sucks. And already people are voting the way I'm asking them to vote, which is 66% of people so far say that the Ohtani is overrated. That's going to win.
Yeah, dude, your Ryan Weathers one might win though, because it's so bad and so wrong. Like really 0%. It's early, but it's such a bad, terrible take. It was bad and terrible in the moment, and you got proven so wrong. Like that might win the whole thing.
Yeah,
honestly.
that would suck. That would suck because if he gives up Ryan Weathers as the Padres' best pitcher, we don't want him to give up that.
Because he already gave it up.
Right. We want him to give up something that he wants to hold on to.
Right.
Ohtani Ophony is something he wants to hold on to. Cooper Kupp is a system wide receiver, is something I want him to hold on to.
I guess we'll see.
We will find out.
We will see.
All right.
We
So there you
Let's
go.
go. Guac sucks.
All right. So there you go. So go to sided.co, follow Kaplan and Crew, our account, and then vote on all of these questions. And then we'll pare it down from, this is now 16. We'll go to 8. 8 will go to 4. 4 will go to 2. 2 will go to 1. And we'll follow as the entire NCAA tournament goes on. So this is going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. Download the Sided app on Apple or Google, or just use our website, sided.co. That's where we put all of this competition. Alex, great job, man. And Joe Rigby, shout out to you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you
sure.
so much, man. We appreciate you and love you, buddy. We really do. And happy Valentine's Day. I saw your social media posting earlier of the kids in the green. It's awesome.
St.
All right.
Patrick's Day.
What did I say?
Valentine's.
My bad. Stick around, everybody. Coming up, the actor who plays the role of Chick Hearn in Winning Time on HBO will join us next.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on Your View, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show. Welcome to the 2022 San Diego Loyal season, live on Your View. Watch the San Diego Loyal host the Sacramento Republic FC March 19th at 7 p.m. Come join us at the Torero Stadium and support the San Diego Loyal as they make their bid for the 2022 USL Championship. Come join the fun. Tickets are available. San Diego Loyal versus the Sacramento Republic FC, Saturday at 7 on Your View.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Bondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
San Diego State baseball has gotten off to a tough start this season. The Aztecs lost their midweek matchup with Iowa 6-4 on Tuesday. SDSU started to mount the comeback behind a strong performance from the bullpen, but ultimately couldn't avoid their fourth straight loss. The Aztecs had 6 relievers come in over 8 innings after a rocky first inning saw the Hawkeyes score 6 unanswered runs. The bullpen held Iowa scoreless, combining for 11 strikeouts and allowing 5 hits, 3 walks. Tyler Glowacki had a strong performance for the Aztecs at the plate, going 3 for 5 with 3 RBI. SDSU is now 4-12 on the year, 0-3 in conference play. They'll be looking to flip the script this weekend when they take on San Jose State in a 3-game set. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
listening to the 50,000-watt Powerhouse, bringing you the new generation of radio up and down all of California with a little bit of attitude. This is SoCal Sports Talk, the all-new and mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
Today, we proudly held the ribbon cutting ceremony for our new office in La Jolla, California. Here we are in the Merrill Lynch building, right in the middle of the village, and really, really happy to be part of this neighborhood. This is really special to Prospect in that it almost signifies the fact that we've grown up officially. We have survived the past 15 years by being very agile. We come to this one amazing location from 3 separate offices. So it's fantastic having everyone under one roof. This is going to do wonders in terms of streamlining our operations, being able to communicate with someone down the hall as opposed to someone who's several blocks away is going to be terrific. Our CEO, Jason Vondrack, he's a very humble person, but I know this day really, really means a lot to him in that he has led this company for 15 years, and he started this business out of a studio apartment, and look where we are now. That's huge. I think this new space signifies just endless possibilities for prospects. I mean, we're headquartered in La Jolla, but we do business all around the country. So our goal is to be licensed to offer home financing in all 50 states, and we're well on our way.
Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
I founded Driveway Auction after working in the automotive industry, becoming a dealer and questioning the process that puts consumers at a huge disadvantage when selling their cars.
The big difference between Driveway and the other services is that Driveway works for you. If you've ever tried to sell a car, you know that it's an awful process that makes you either go and meet strangers in parking lots to take test drives or sit at the dealership for hours and hours while they wear you down. Driveway eliminated all of that.
With Driveway Auction, we come to you, so we complete the 40-point vehicle inspection from the comfort and convenience of your own driveway.
We send an independent third-party inspector to take measurements of the car, take pictures of it, evaluate the condition.
We use that information to advocate for you, using our network of buyers to compete. And when they compete, you win.
They take over the whole process, and you don't have to do anything.
Our clients get more money and a better process with Driveway.
Everybody at Driveway made me feel so comfortable during the whole process. It was a great experience.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval to buy a new home, meet with the realtor, we would help you facilitate that and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're going to do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
You always want to live in the best home possible. And that's what really at the heart of what our business is all about. And for over 20 years now, we've been focused on helping people get to the right property. At Move Up San Diego, we have created systems that are duplicatable because that creates the same results. Whether it's a trade-in option that we're doing a lot of right now, which allows people to be a cash buyer before they actually sell their home, or our moving concierge program, which actually helps you not just with the buying and selling of a property, but we help with the entire move. The best way to get a hold of Move Up San Diego is to either visit our website, moveupsandiego.com, or you can download our app called Move Up Homes, or you can call me direct on my cell phone at 858-204-7259.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on your view, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 a.m. ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Your health is brought to you by If Your Mouth Could Talk.